Hey blues fans, welcome to another episode of This Week in the Blues, your weekly look at blues history. I'm your host, Jimbo Big Train Madsen with Big Train and the Locomotives. So let's take a look at what happened this week in blues history.
Happy birthday to the Iceman, Albert Collins, born October 1st in 1932. He was noted for his powerful playing and his use of altered tunings and a capo. His long association with the Fender Telecaster led to the title, the Master of the Telecaster. Collins is remembered for his informal and audience-engaging live performances. He would frequently leave the stage while still playing to mingle with the audience. The use of an extended guitar cord allowed Collins to go outside clubs to the sidewalk. One story stated that he left the club with the audience in tow to visit the store next door to buy a candy bar without once stopping his act. Blues guitarist and singer Coco Montoya was born on October 2nd, 1951. Montoya's career began in the mid-70s when Albert Collins, who we just talked about, asked him to join his band as a drummer. Collins took Montoya under his wing and taught him his icy hot guitar style. The two remained friends even after Montoya left Collins' band. In the early 1980s, John Mayall heard Montoya playing guitar in Los Angeles. Soon after, Mayall asked Montoya to join the newly reformed Blues Breakers. He remained a member of the band for 10 years. On October 3rd in 2014, B.B. King gave his last live performance at the House of Blues in Chicago. After suffering a fall on stage, the 89-year-old was forced to pull out of 8 shows. Blues immortal Stevie Ray Vaughan was born October 3rd in 1954. Although his mainstream career only spanned 7 years, he was considered an icon and one of the most influential musicians in the history of blues music. He became one of the world's most highly demanded blues performers, and he headlined Madison Square Garden in 1989 and the Beale Street Music Festival in 1990. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas, Vaughan began playing guitar at the age of 7, initially inspired by his older brother, Jimmy Vaughan. In 1972, he dropped out of high school, forming the band Double Trouble in 1978. Chicago blues harmonica great Billy Branch was born October 3rd in 1951. Branch is a 3-time Grammy nominee and Emmy Award winner. At 10 years of age, he bought his first harmonica at a Los Angeles Woolworth store. He immediately began playing simple tunes and melodies. After the initial purchase, Billy was never without a harmonica. After graduating from the University of Illinois, Branch took the place of longtime harp player Carrie Bell in the Chicago Blues All-Star Band that was led by Willie Dixon. On October 3rd, 1956, blues musician Deborah Coleman was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. She was raised in a music-loving military family that played piano, guitar, other keyboards, and she picked up a guitar by the age of 8. After putting in the time in clubs and other venues, she was in demand at blues and music festivals, including the North Atlantic Blues Festival, Waterfront Blues Festival, the Monterey Jazz Festival. Coleman won the Orville Gibson Award for Best Female Blues Guitarist in 2001 and was nominated for a W.C. Handy Blues Music Award 9 times. Blues guitarist and singer Keb Mo was born October 3rd, 1951. This prolific songwriter is a 5-time Grammy Award winner. His postmodern blues style is influenced by many eras and genres, including folk, rock, jazz, pop, and country. Born Kevin Moore in Los Angeles to parents of Southern descent, he was exposed to gospel music at a young age. His nickname, Keb Mo, was originally created by his drummer and was picked up by his record label as a street talk abbreviation of his given name. Blues guitarist Duke Robyard was born October 4th, 1948. He helped found Roomful of Blues and has played with Bob Dylan, Tom Waits, and many others. Duke Robyard is mostly known as a rock and blues guitarist, but he also plays jazz and swing. A few awards and recognitions include a W.C. Handy Award for Best Blues Guitarist, several Grammy nominations, and was a Blues Music Award winner in 2016 for The Acoustic Blues and Roots of Duke Robyard. George Little Hat Jones was born October 5th in 1899. This Texas blues musician was a street busker in the 1920s in San Antonio. He He dropped out of school at the age of 13 to help support the family farm after his father suffered from illness and crops were destroyed. The nickname Little Hat was acquired from a construction job in Garland, Texas, where Jones wore a hat with part of the brim torn. He recorded 2 compositions, New 2/16 Blues and 2-String Blues, released as a single by OK Records on June 15th in 1929. That same day, he played guitar on 9 tracks by Alger, Texas Alexander in the OK studio. Blues guitarist and singer Mel Brown was born on October 7th in 1939. He is best remembered for his decade-long backing of Bobby Blue Bland. Although in his own right, Brown recorded over a dozen albums between 1967 and 2006. Brown was presented with his first guitar as a teenager while recovering from a bout of meningitis. In 1955, after performing backing duties for both Sonny Boy Williamson and Jimmy Beasley, Brown had a 2-year-long stint backing Johnny Otis. This led to work with Etta James, where he swapped his Gibson Les Paul for an ES-175 to give him a richer and fuller tone to his guitar work, and that helped set him apart from his contemporaries. We just covered some of the highlights here. If you want to know more about these artists or other things that happened this week in the blues, be sure to follow our social media pages or visit our website at bigtrainblues.com. We'll have a new episode next week, so we'll see you then.